Last week, we got ourselves the ability to fly through our new mounts, the amphitheaters. With this world now opening up to us, we are now able to set our sights on investigating Porkchop, so that we may find a way to finally return home. So welcome back to Escaping Fantasy. Now that Martha had enslaved the local rat population, she decided that she also wanted to create a proper animal farm. I mean, an actual one. Not the meat factory we made on the dinosaur island. This farm is actually meant to keep the animals safe inside the barn, and while I think it looks pretty cool, when it was first built there were a few security issues leading to monsters getting inside. The same goes for her wheat fields, which had a fair share of monsters walking through it. Now, at the time, we believed it was the monsters that were making some of the crops disappear by trampling them. However, I am pretty sure now that it was actually some rats breaking into the field to steal crops. In the third week, I drew a build book for building a river, and I decided I wanted to go into week 4, making this my first build of the week. First off, I got a bunch of blocks and marked out a path that I wanted the river to go, and drew a circle for where the town square would be. The idea is to have the river loop around the town square, and for us to have a bunch of bridges to get across. The next step was to grab an axe or two and cut down all of the trees along the path. Once this was done, came the most boring part, digging out the river. It took me so long, but eventually, after a whole lot of work and several shovels later, I had dug out the river. Now, at this point, I realised that I didn't actually have a plan to fill it up, but that would be a problem for later. For now, I went to put the book back inside the building house. To my surprise, inside the building I found Zolin, newly returned from his investigation into Porkchop. He confirmed that Porkchop had gotten into the Magic University of Learnmark, and that if we wanted to get in there ourselves, we needed to do a quest for the Trident, who are the leading body of Learnmark. Zolin gave us some context, explaining that close to 2 decades ago, the city of Learnmark was ran by its own independent government, until one day the 3 most powerful schools of magic combined together and overthrew the city, placing themselves in charge as the newly formed Trident. In the aftermath, the Trident began banning multiple other schools of magic they did not like, and organisations whom they deemed too powerful, such as the School of the Dragon and the Vampire Hunters. If we wanted to get into the university to hunt for Porkchop, we would need to complete a quest difficult enough to earn the prize. Zolin gave us the perfect quest, a necromancer that the Trident had put a bounty on. Zolin told us that in reality, this wasn't a necromancer, but a vampire, so even better for him. This finally gave us a direction to go in. However, me and Martha decided we did not want to go just yet. Instead, we would do a bit more building. For me, I wanted to make a start on the castle/fort first. The idea for this is that it would go up to the mountaintop, on top of which we would have a series of towers. This was going to 100% be a multiple week build that would likely actually take well over a month, maybe even 2 months to finish. To begin with, I marked out a path using granite so I could get an idea of the size, before clearing out the trees on the inside of the fort. I knew roughly how I wanted the fort entrance/atrium area to look, so I made a start on that. It was a good job that Martha made those new farms, because I had to tear down the old one we had on the inside of the walls. I did have to smelt a bunch of cobblestone to get all the blocks I would need for this first bit of the build, but I was always going to need a bunch of stone and cobblestone for it anyway. Honestly, it was a good job that I made some building ones, because otherwise this would have taken even longer. It actually took me a long time to decide on what colour I wanted the carpet to be, and eventually I narrowed it down to those 2 red ones. In the end, I thought the brighter one would look better, once all the lighting was installed. One problem which was becoming rampant across the entire base was that the mob prevention torches we had used on Jurassic Park did not seem to be able to keep the vampires away. It would seem that a lot of the lesser vampires were coming over from the nearby vampire zone, along with their annoying bats that could blind us. One of the vampires even got onto our walls and watched me fight others. At some point, I would have to talk to Zolin about how to deal with the vampires and properly keep them out. Me and Martha decided it was time to go and clear out the nearby castle, But first, I got Martha to draw her build book.
Did I kill him?
No. Right, Martha. Are you ready to pick what build you're going to do after you finish the barn and the amphitheatre area?
Yeah.
Click that button and look over at that staircase. What have you got?
5.
Okay, open it.
Town square floor.
Oh, great. Well, do you know what's really good about that?
What?
I've actually started on it because I forgot that I put it in the book, so you can finish it. This is the town square.
It's not very square.
No, but that's beside the point. Right. I'm just going to go on top of the trees to get a better view.
Alright.
Oh, there's a hut. Let's see what's in this.
Killing the beetles for fucking time.
Oh, you've already been in here. We need to work out how we're doing this properly.
Shoot them with my bow.
You know what? You do that. I'm going to.
There's one on a tree.
Yeah, let's get rid of this guy first. Kill it. Right, I got a plan. You draw their attention, and I'm going to blink onto the roof.
That doesn't seem like a good plan for me. But...
It seems like a very good plan. Okay, it wasn't a good plan. It wasn't a good plan. It wasn't.
Where did you go?
I fell.
Oh fuck! Wait, where the fuck did you come from?
I died.
Fuck.
Right.
Fuck.
What have you run into now? If you say dragon, I'm done.
No, it's a night person.
Good.
Josh.
Oh god, Martha is in the water with you. Ah, that guy's got a great sword. No wonder he wrecked you.
Can you kill him?
Not really. He's got much greater range than me.
He's a bit distracted by me. I don't know if that.
You know what? That helped. Oh, he dropped a steel. Nice.
How do we get out?
Yeah.
You got a weapon?
Yeah. Take this Gladio. I'm gonna go and get my shit back.
Is Gladio what he dropped?
I've had that for a while, so no clue. It was basically the only free weapon we had.
Alright.
Right, new plan, Martha.
Don't die.
Yeah, but also let's do my original plan.
I found a bunch of. Look at this. Look, I look cool.
Oh, nice. Where did you get that?
On fire. There's a dragon.
Yeah, that's definitely a dragon. Run.
That's the one that kept killing me.
Run away. There's also a bunch of vampires in here, by the way.
I reckon we leave this.
No, I don't think we should. I think we use this to our advantage. Oh my god.
How are we leaving it using a dragon to our advantage?
Because if they're fighting the dragon, they're not fighting us.
Yeah, but the issue is they're not fighting the dragon's fighting me, so...
Why do dragons just not like... What?
I don't know.
And...
Oh, fuck. Why did it make it...
Oh god. Okay, it's worked. They can't come up ladders, Martha. They can't come up ladders. Well, I'm inside the castle.
I'm by the front door.
I'm up one of the towers, just
oh my fucking god! That scared the shit out of me.
Was it the dragon?
It went through a wall.
Oh, polearm. Let's see how good this polearm is. Ooh. I do like this halberd. Right, Martha, I'm in the wall.
You see the massive hole in the wall?
Yep.
Yeah. Ow, you... Oh, fuck, there's another one.
Oh, yep, I see it.
There's 2. Well, at least wasn't the dragon.
Oh my god, yep, we're gonna need to get out of here. Well, that was chaos. I don't think it really clicked yet for me, just how dangerous a single low-level dragon was, let alone 2 of them. It got so dangerous that we had to leave and wait until it came night to go back and get our stuff while the dragons slept in their nests. With that disaster done, I went to talk to Zolin about how we can both get stronger and get rid of the vampires in the local area. In regard to the dragons, he couldn't really help, but for the vampires, he suggested that we both took a garlic injection, which would prevent us from being turned into vampires, and also would make us full-fledged vampire hunters. So, taking his advice, I built a garlic injection chair, put some garlic in a syringe, and injected us both. Now that we were officially vampire hunters, we gained access to the skill trees, which give access to some unique skills and abilities, as well as new blocks and items we can make. For the early level ups, we could just go to any vampire hunter who can train us, but for any of the higher levels, we would need an official vampire hunter trainer. So I went to a local village and borrowed a vampire hunter trainer. The next step was to get a vampire hunter weapon table, but I needed to learn how to use it, so I made 2 stakes and started killing vampires. I then took their blood and visited some vampire hunters in the local woods who taught me how to use a stake to insta-kill any vampire below 35% health. I decided I was going to level up again, so I went to kill some more vampires. I would actually get the plague from a rat, which I then immediately gave to a few vampires, which I thought was pretty funny. The next upgrade I got was to increase any melee hit speed for my halberd, which made me incredibly powerful against the type of basic enemies that were just around the base. Before we went to go and kill this vampire for the trident, I quickly built this little dining room with a big dinner table. With that sorted, I grabbed some bombs and we hopped on our amphitheaters and started flying all the way to find this vampire. On the way, we did do some looting, because why not make the most of it? So, I'm assuming, Martha, that tower is what we're here for. Can you see it?
No.
Yeah, your render distance really needs to be turned up.
I've turned up to 30. I don't know what yours is fucking on.
It's not even that high, to be honest. In fact, let me have a look.
It's on far plus.
Mine's on 18.
What the fuck?
It's literally right in front of us, the massive rock.
I see part of a rock.
Okay, do you think we should make a boat, or do you want to just swim it?
I've got wood on me.
Yeah, let's make a boat, because that's quite the distance, even for me. I'm going to be honest, Martha, I'm not really too sure how you're going to get up here. I think you're going to have to mine your way up.
Do you think 10 dirt will do it?
No.
Oh my God.
Do you have any iron on you?
No.
Okay.
Why would I be fucking carrying iron?
From that place we looted.
Well, technically you looted it.
Oh, yeah, but... If we had one more piece of iron, I could make you water.
You can make water, fucking Jesus or something.
You know what I meant. Martha, there are vampires up here. There are vampires up here. This place is not safe whatsoever.
Well, the good news is it turns out I have a sack of dirt on me.
Okay,
So.
there is also a bunch of rats.
Friendly?
No, Martha.
Yeah, you can deal with them then.
Might actually die here. That would
be better at games.
That would be a bit embarrassing. Oh, it's because there's a Pied Piper.
Yeah, that'll do it. Fuck!
Did that not go well? Where are you?
I fell off the mountain.
Right, let's go on. Oh, you can walk through. Martha!
I don't like you, Jesus Christ.
Martha, I'll be honest, I think this might have been some sort of trap.
Oh my God, why are there so many?
Pull back, Martha, pull back. Move away from the door. They can't seem to be able to go through. Okay, I got a plan. It is a very dumb plan at this time.
You go in first and I walk off?
No. I teleport through and throw a firebomb.
Can we get in through the door? No.
I did warn you, Martha!
Me,
I did warn you what my plan was! It's not my fault you didn't listen. You know what? That actually worked quite a bit better than I'd hoped. Let's go this way.
Is it not up?
No, let's not go up yet.
Behind you.
I got it. Help.
I'm on it.
Go. Let's not go up yet. Let's clear the floor we're on now and then go up.
There goes my sword.
In fact, let's...
I brought a second.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Martha, there's a book. Let's have a look. Dear Varlan, the most recent news both excites and troubles me. I'm glad to see that our Lord is making such quick progress on the plan. However, I am cautious of the company he now keeps. This so-called pork chop does not, or Pockchop, this so-called Pockchop, does not sound trustworthy. He does not even bear the gift as we do. On my end, the extractions are going well. I aim to have doubled my previous contribution by the next tribute date. I also have come across a rather unique prisoner. Perhaps his skill set would be put to better use at the keep. Okay, that's not ominous whatsoever. I wish there was an easier way to clear out all these bats.
I know what your issues with the bats are.
Their sound, I don't like them. Let's go downstairs.
What, and you can't hear the fucking music?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've sort of drowned that out. Oh, hang on, let's talk to this
Why,
guy.
what? What the fuck? It's a weird looking bucket.
Cool. Apparently there should be some guard here. Ah, yeah, I'd assume that's it. Nice. Oh, Martha, there's more of them.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Martha, how many vampires are in this place? Feels like
Why is that one called Cat?
I don't know. It feels like every corner I go around there's another vampire. Oh, there is. There legitimately is.
Ooh.
Have you been using the stakes on them?
Yeah. I
Cool.
mean, when I get the chance.
Yeah, I know. You don't always get the chance, do you?
I definitely haven't been nicking some of the decorations.
No, I would never think you've done that. That's your loot for this play. Oh, this is quite cool. Look at this.
Nick that as well.
This is all a bit... Oh, okay, there's a ghost up here, Martha. Also, some guy called Azar the Timid. Let's have a look at him. Apparently we've made a grave mistake, Martha.
Fucking... Why does he move so fast?
I don't know, he's really quick. Oh! Martha! You killed him! Well done! I'm actually impressed.
Ooh, what's nickable?
Having killed the vampire, I took his head as proof of completion. We decided we would go back to the base for now, before going to learn Mark, as our base was halfway. Getting back, we set up Herius in the storage hut. This would just be temporary until we eventually found a place for him. Using the blood I got from the vampire tower, I unlocked the disguise ability, but I had some trouble and couldn't seem to get it working. While I was going completely insane trying to get the skill to activate, Martha was breeding rats in her tunnel and becoming completely cheese mad. At one point I saw her climbing down the ladder into her tunnel, mumbling something about a cheese vault, but I'm sure it is absolutely nothing to worry about. To upgrade my vampire hunter skills to above level 4, I was going to need to gather items for a mini ritual. For level 4 it was pretty simple, only needing a book, 10 vampire fangs and a vampire book, all of which were things that we already had. Once the ritual was completed, I just had to talk to the vampire hunter we borrowed, and wham, I was level 4. Now, it was at this point that the vampire skill tree actually branches into 4 different paths. One branch focused on garlic diffusers, which could prevent vampires from spawning. One focused on a new potion making technique that would allow for some pretty useful potions. And the final branch unlocked powerful crossbows that would be perfect for fighting not just vampires, but anything. Now, while I really wanted those crossbows, I knew that what I actually really needed was the garlic diffusers, so I went down that branch. To consolidate the vampire hunter area, I built a new room just for them inside the fort, where I could have all the blocks related to them in one place. So I moved the hunter trainer into the new room and built an alchemist cauldron. Once all of that was done, I decided, hey, why not do some more exploring? On my travels, I found a bunch of scrolls in ruins and an ice village. Seeing how dangerous life was for people in this part of the continent where monsters and dragons were rampant, I figured it would be good to get some villagers at our base at some point, as it would make it safer for them and would make trade easier. Speaking of dragons, there were just so many of them everywhere, which I did my best to avoid. While I was trying to hide from one dragon, I came across this weird little house with some sort of demon guy inside of it. I also came across this wizard selling a master wand, but I lacked the stuff to make it, so I just marked it on the map and began heading back. However, on my way home, I came across this Book of Evil. I would have to have a look at it later. Once I got back, it was time to use the scrolls I got to upgrade my wand and also unlock some new spells. For my wand, I got an increase in mana capacity and 1 extra spell slot. I had 7 new spells to test, with those being Wither, which gave the Wither effect, Enrage, which I think makes neutral mobs angry, but I'm not too sure, Charge, which does damage if you hit something and is just so fun to use, Light, which puts down a temporary light source, Freeze, which is self-explanatory, and the lightning spell Arc. Now, after some experimentation, I decided to create a new spell list, which was Magic Missile, Charge, Blink, Wither, Fire Sigil, Freeze, and Ignite. Now, with the spell list, I dropped Replenish Hunger because it was just mediocre. I also did not have as much of a focus on damage spells as the first list, instead opting for spells that would weaken enemies for me to follow up with my halberd. Now that I had my spell list, it was time to go to Learn Mark to claim our prize. You know, Martha, I think I'm going to be cheeky and ask for 2 things from them instead of just 1. Since, you know, there's 2 of us.
What's the other thing you want?
I don't know yet. I think I'll decide on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a
builder.
this is a bit bright. Okay, I guess I'll talk to the one in the middle. Oh, Martha, he's heard of us.
Ooh. Ooh.
You know what? I want property within the city.
I didn't do anything.
Cool. So, I guess I'm leaving you here for a bit. Hopefully you'll be able to just walk straight through. So, do me a favour, don't do anything too stupid, and don't blow up the city.
No promises.
Bye! Leaving Martha behind to infiltrate the Magic University, I would have to do something to keep myself busy until we got our next lead. At least the Trident had already given us another quest, which they promised would bring great rewards. However, that is for another day, as it is time I leave this week's episode. I really feel like we got a lot of work done this week. Maybe not build-wise, but combat-wise, and levelling ourselves up. Next week, let's see just how much further we can push ourselves. So join us next time on Escaping Fantasy.